points in here. Free account giveaway. Yup, look at that. Mike's over here throwing out free trades in the morning session and giving away free accounts. And the only place you can catch those in the Discord, because those aren't going to happen on the interweb. So make sure that you call your friends, tell your mom, tell your friends, tell the neighbor. We're giving away accounts here at Blue Sky. What do you guys think about the new layout? I'm doing something a little bit different. We got a little news ticker on there now. A little something new. All right. Right? I thought, I know you guys are looking at the chart quite a bit. So, but I had been wanting a news feed. This is something I worked on last night. So that's like an AI news feed. So it's across various markets. So it's not specific to just one site. So we'll see. We'll see how current it is. We'll see. Thank you, Nacho. Good to see you. Oh, we're gonna do our best to take us to the moon. I got, my morning trade I stopped out of, took a little bit of a loss on that, and then got back in across the board, and we were able to recover and come up positive. So, so far a productive day. Just like Mike said, the market has provided yet another day. We're about 15 minutes away from the London close. So let's see if we can find ourselves an entry for a trade. I've got a support level at 26,165.50. We've also got our orb high at 26,051. Overhead resistance at 26,260. So right now, still making a bullish trend. If you're not already in the trade, I would probably be looking for a pullback for longs, unless you are daring and you're trying to call the top for the day, in which case, vaya con Dios, and try not to fight the trend. Sometimes the trend is your friend. They say it for a reason. Yeah, just wait until I got my animations back. Once I get my animations back, this chart will be awesome. But I've been I've been working on kind of tuning it to get my stream to where it was just steady and stuff. But, we've got a whole new server coming in, and that thing is going to be just, the bee's knees, Man, I can't believe I said that. That is just lame. What is up, Justin? Come on up on stage. Good to see you.
Well, I just had to come make fun of you for saying bee's knees.
I know, man. Why would I say that? That's not even in really my own generation. Like, my friends wouldn't say that.
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm doing well. Had a good morning. I mean, Mike put on a clinic as always. If you followed any of his plays, I mean, you're up. You're good. Now I want to see if we get that continuation. How'd your morning go?
SPY just made all-time highs, right?
Did it really?
Did it?
Oh, ES is damn close. Wow.
Oh yeah, it is. It's like 2 cents away. Wait. No, it's like what, 40 cents?
Some dangerous territory, guys.
Yeah. We could start like price discovery. You know what's really sad? I'll tell you something that's really sad, Justin. Bitcoin and crypto is not participating in any of this at all. It is totally sidelined. No, man. Yeah. It is so sad, man. It is like, I feel bad for the crypto bros, man.
Well, the crypto bros usually get the massive spikes. It's about time some of us equity players get one.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right. As long as we're, hey, you know what? At the end of the day, as long as we're making money, just don't tell them I
That's
said
all that
that.
matters. Absolutely. How do you play it, Riz? I'm curious. Always curious about this. How do you approach your trading when you're all time highs? For me, it's kind of just buy the dip until it stops working. Honestly, like take your profit, wait for a key level to hit, go long again until it gives me a reason not to.
That is probably the best advice. If you're looking because you want to get in. So if you're gonna throw caution to the wind and say, you know what, I need to be on this train, then yes, you're gonna want to look for those pullbacks and then size in accordingly. Manage it to your risk. Don't go in overzealous. Go maybe undersize what you even would be on a more risk prone side, because you know what, you're still catching an explosive move, and you're sized down, and the worst that can happen, you end up making a lot of money with a really small size. So some of those plays can turn out to be those home runs you're looking for, but you also got to manage your risk according.
And I know a lot of you guys out there. You want to catch the top. It's dangerous. It's dangerous trying to catch the top. You might get lucky 1% of the time, but you're fighting a lot of momentum here.
I mean, if you want to throw your body on the railroad tracks, we'll take it. There's
Yep.
always a victim. There's another side to every person's trade. There's a loser to that trade.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I hate for it to be my friends, but if they feel the necessity to give me free money, I will take it.
Somebody's got to be your liquidity, right?
Yeah.
Can we get to blue skies already? I mean, we're heading that way, Ace.
Yep. Banks are just killing it.
Not the time to catch the high ER season. Yeah, we got. Is TSM today or tomorrow? I can't remember. I think it's today. Maybe we'll check. Tomorrow, okay. So we got TSM and Netflix tomorrow. So I mean, yeah, we might just run up until those. Be interesting to see. I've really just been taking longs on pullbacks, taking profit, getting back in. I need to start holding like Mike though for these 200-point plays. ASML, yeah, I could see that as well. I mean, TSM, if TSM doesn't rock it, I'd be surprised. That thing is just what did Matt say on the podcast? 12 in a row, it's crushed, I think. Riz, are you looking at any trades right now trying to get in? Kind of
Yeah,
waiting to see what the lunch hour brings us.
I'm hoping to see if we can get a little bit of a pullback right now, but yeah, no, it's just one of those. It's already going. It's that slow grind to the upside. If you look on
Yeah.
some of the other time frames, you can see, it's just not giving much of it. It's just one of those that if you want to get on it, then you have to just be risk prone and just take the trade and average in, buy into the selling when it occurs, if it occurs.
You know what's funny is I typically don't do that, but recently, man, I've been hitting that market in button and like you said, take a small position, average in at actual support because sometimes it just doesn't come back.
That's the unfortunate part with these news events. They're not typical market events to happen. So they'll exceed and surpass your take profits. Those take profits you would normally be like, oh, well, I missed it. It's going to hit there. It's going to pull back to maybe half of it. And I'll take that entry. That's just not necessarily happening with the news because the market is
Yep,
just so desperate for anything to rip.
absolutely. I had 150 mark for a pullback, but I missed that. Now it's might be gone. Maybe over 200 continuation. Tough call up here.
Yeah, I would look for
I
like
would
the
have went.
169. That would be ideally where I'd like to catch a pullback.
Yeah, I can definitely see that 170 area. I like that. I'm always hesitant when we're close to these round numbers, though, like 100, 200. Usually get some kind of reaction off it. I guess we did already.
Yeah, that is true. Being at 26,200, that is a cycle level right there.
You know what's rough or used to be really rough about these this kind of price action? I'd take my play, I'd hit my profit target 50, 60 points, which is a great play by the way, guys. 50, 60 points if you get it on an NQ, that's really, really good. Most people go for 10. But then it blows past your level and you already sold and you just see it go to the moon. And it's so hard to just shut it down, close the charts or just wait till the afternoon session after you see that. And that's where that FOMO comes in and like I'm sure we've all already taken place today, and we're just looking for another entry. Here's that 200 again. I don't see the bull stopping unless some news comes out. What about you, Riz?
I mean, for right now, no, it is by the dip and,
Hmm.
just keep taking the long. You can't take the short yet because it's not confirmed. We're over all the EMAs and they're buying right now. So,
Yep.
you know, you would be forcing the short if you were trying to be short right now. Although, the funny thing is the Russell is not necessarily doing the same thing right now. The Russell is more like consolidating. It's stuck in a huge bearish order block right now that it can't get through. It's been struggling
Hmm.
for the morning session. So small caps not agreeing with the strength of this upside move for the time being.
Yeah, it's funny. I have one friend that keeps trying to short the top, and he'll say, "Oh, I'm up 15 points," and then 2 minutes later, how'd the trade work out? Oh, stop to break even every single time.
Wow.
Oh, look at that volume profile, Ace. Interesting.
Yeah.
Or Vodka. Interesting.
Look at that 64, that 4,680 mark is just so strong. Way down there. Lungs in favor.
Yeah, vodka. I mean, it's if they truly have a deal, agreed. If not, I mean, I could see another gold dump. People got to buff up their military, things like that. It's tough. Yeah, and the Nas is up quite a bit today, quite a bit. Still got room to run though, just based on like daily range from the past week, 2 weeks. So I'd be very cautious if you're trying to buy up here. I'd want to see one of those FU candles, as Steve would say. Give me a huge liquidity run. Let me get in after that. I think Breezy said it last week when we started going on the run. Just because you think it can't go any higher doesn't mean it can't. Yeah, I'm surprised Bitcoin and crypto is not doing anything, Vodka. It's interesting.
Hmm. Look at wheat. There goes IWN. IWN is starting to sell too.
$1,000 off that short. Damn, nice. See some money for the rest of us. Yeah, so we literally tapped 200 almost to the tick, down 25 points since then. Curious if that 170 level you talked about, Riz, holds, or if we're going to drop down to 150. Look at all these bears in the chat. You all were
Yeah, they all
real
show
quiet
up.
until just now. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
I see how it is, guys.
They were just sitting here, like, just waiting for it.
Oh, exactly.
Hmm.
They're like, we gave you all morning. We're going to get our one play. We'll let everybody know. Be honest, though, were you trying to short before that last play that worked out? I'm curious. 100%, yeah. Especially in shorts, yeah. If you don't trail your shorts, I mean, that's a recipe for disaster, guys. Trail aggressively, I would say almost, or if you, and especially if you see a momentum candle, I'd probably just take it because you know that thing's probably going to retrace 50%. Got stopped 4 times, yeah, I can see that.
Do you think, Justin? You think we'll hold this, or you think we'll dip a little bit further, get to that 9 EMA?
I think this is your, if you're gonna plan on adding, I think this is your entry. But I think you have to be aware that it could dip another 20 points, and that might be your add. So for me, since I am up a little bit this morning, I'm gonna wait to see if we drop down to 155-ish. But this isn't a bad idea for a starter position at all.
Yeah.
Especially longer time frames, like the 30-minute could hold very well hold here. But this is what's tough about when the market's trending like this. That you know there's going to be some type of pullback, or you can expect one. Honestly, if I'm taking any plays up at this extension, I'm probably scalping, not going for home runs. Okay, Amaro, hell of a day. All right, Riz, I gotta hop into a meeting. I just wanted to come chill for a little bit while I could. Good luck for the rest of the session, and I will catch everybody in the chat later. Talk to you later, Riz.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Justin, for hanging with us today. Really appreciate it. Well, you have a great day, my friend. Take it easy and good luck in the meeting. I'll see you in our meeting later. Oh, man. Now, what are we going to do for lunchtime? Bulls kind of holding. Oh, man. I was kind of thinking that we might just see that 26, maybe kind of juke out the traders, you know. I'm just worried about the profit taking that's going to happen, you know. You got 25 minutes until New York lunch as well. You know what? Let's start off with a small short on this. Let's see if we'll get a little bit of a pullback on this thing. I just want to see if we'll get a little bit of a pullback. I'll put my stop at 26 128. Let's see. Could do the wick high at 26 200. Actually, should wait for the second attempt. Volumetrica's daily profit is inconsistent. Is it? You see the percentage this time instead of the amount, it's better. Yeah, I was talking to Tiff about that. We were having a convo about that. I usually use the dollar myself. Long incoming, you're probably right. I don't have a problem with being wrong. IWN is still pulling back though. You're long. You might not be wrong. Crude oil is pulling back. It's a ceasefire with Iran. Okay, let's get out of this. I'm just being stubborn, trying to go, you know, a little pull back, little pulley back. It's all good though. I'm not worried about it. I can be wrong. Hey, Big Papa, how you doing, sir? Good to see you. Now, oh my God, it's a party. I know, right? Everybody was popped up on stage. That was kind of cool. I was like, dang, everybody's saying what's up. Good morning. I was like, well, what do I owe the pleasure? You're flat now. It is what it is. I see that big candle going on NASDAQ. I should have went with a lot. I said it, we were talking about it earlier. It's a cheap test. And worst comes, it's $63. I'm down. So I'm willing to go for it. Look at that nice push up, 26,205. I've got a resistance up ahead. Well, you've got a resistance up at 26,241 to see if we can get above that. I want to see if we can get a pull now. Okay, so Maybe we can pull back over to 26 193 and we can get an entry on that for the upside play. If it's going to continue. What do you guys think? That's across 5 accounts. Dang, that's pretty sick, bro. That's awesome. I'm a little upset with myself that I didn't take the long instead and instead was stubborn. That's what I get. Patience and setup. Hey, what's up, Blasky? Oh, all right. See you later, Blasky. I thought you were gonna come up too. I was like, man. Ah, gotcha. Wait for the next one. Would be like 200 more than done for the day. That's 6K for the day. Oh man. You know what? Definitely. There's some cool. eh, I was actually okay, so check this out, guys. All right. So yesterday I actually ended up making 223. That's how I ended up making up. So I ended up making up for the prior day's loss. Not too bad, right? I was like, dang, not bad, not bad. My dashboard on Blue Sky is just kind of weird, just kind of insane though. Like, check this out. Oh, I can't see it here. I don't log into the dashboard on this. So I use a different browser. I won't do that to y'all. That's not bad. 6K after the day, after the prop crump. Yeah. See that right there is just awesome. I'm happy for you. Hey, good morning, MJ. How are you doing? Good to see you. Oh, it's a difficult spot. Meta news right now dropping near intraday highs. Can't wait to share your thesis. You're happy tacos tonight. Oh, nice. It's about 9 a.m. where you're at. Sweet. I just saw someone just ping me. I just saw somebody just I just got a notification, but I don't know where that came from. Oh my goodness. I just saw a notification with my name on it. Right there, just slowly grinding. Kansas, bro. Such a slow grind. I'm Glenn and Kelly. I couldn't wake up to the market open that early. Man, are you kidding me? Yeah, you're probably right. I would hate to have to get up at what, like 6:30 a.m. probably or so. I mean, I wake up at like I wake up at like 6:30. What am I talking about? Jesus Christ. I hadn't thought about it. I used to be a huge night owl. I still am. I'm not gonna lie. I still am a night owl. I love being up at night, but like sometimes it's not conducive. The best and the easiest trades come in the morning session, not in the afternoon session. The Sydney can give, but it also can take and leave you a false expectation that it's going to give you something that it doesn't. So you have to be very careful with that. It can be kind of a double-edged sword. Anyways, so yeah, now trading, it made me motivated to get up early, get in early, get my trades early and be done so I can make my money and call it a day. Unfortunately, I don't have much to do because, my kids are all in school. The wife is working. And you know what? What better thing do I have to do than to hang out with you guys? I think that's why sometimes you guys will even notice, outside my schedule, I'll hang out with the team and stuff because, I don't have anything to do and I don't mind hanging out talking about the charts. Or I'll just lurk and I'll watch Blasky stream or, I'll I'll jump in on Coach Becky's, trade class. I like her psychology class. Speaking of which, if you guys are new to the stream, you guys are missing some great content. So I'm sitting here scratching my head. Why aren't you all joining the Discord? And don't forget, we've got Launch 100 going on. And you know what, team? Semwa picked up a launch plan. That's right. I picked up a 100K launch plan today. I'm not going to tell you that it started off to a great start because it didn't. I lost a little. I was down like, I don't know, maybe like $140. I think it's up like 240. I think it's honestly up like 240. But thank goodness we ended up making up for the loss. And oh yeah. We brought it out up from the dead. Oh, let me see. You know what? I can bring it up on another screen. You guys want to see it? Let's see. While we're waiting. Wait a minute. Let's not get sidetracked here. Are we giving it up? Could this be a hold for the long? We are like super low on the time frames here. Let's round up to the 3. Okay, so that's a 26. Glorious rug. I don't feel comfortable going long until we're down further at 170. That's where I would like to. I'd like to go long. Although we're about 4 minutes away from New York lunch. You're right. Should we try stab at this for the short again? What do you guys think? Do it? Ja. I think you're crazy. I like it. Somebody was in here saying scared money don't make money yesterday. I'm a little bit more cautious than that. We're not shorting America yet, all right? I don't see Tipped here. Tipped isn't here, so that's not happening. It's Crypto Face saying it. Oh man. I'm looking at the Russell though, and the Russell is starting to sell. It's breaking under the EMAs. I'm looking at the weakness, and I'm like, no, we get the low of the week on Wednesday. Can you imagine that? I mean, we got good targets down to the downside. You've got the orb high sitting at 26,056. That's accurate for the day. I did adjust that. So you're welcome. See, I was on point. I was worried that Prance would show up and be like, hey, Riz, and I was going to be caught with my pants down. Not today. Oh, I'm a little hungry too. Oh man. I mean, all the time frames are bullish. So to be shorting this is to fight like every single time frame. Even the 1 minute is still bullish. The interesting thing is my Caramel levels for the day is you got a breakout level at 26,241. So just like yesterday, we get a 15-minute candle above that, and it is on like Donkey Kong, ladies and gentlemen. I would imagine us hitting up to 26,295. And if you want to put your oh my God, then I would be looking at 26,295, 26,354, then followed by 26,398. And if you want to go for the gusto, it's going to get real crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Then I would be looking at 26,450. Look, I don't make the rules. These are just the mathematical levels that, the quant says That's what's showing up. And I'm not the quant. I'm not the quant. I'm working up a chart with your thesis. All right, let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see the chart with the thesis. Oh man, look at that. You know what? I think the 2 minutes gonna work for us today, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. We got some nice pullbacks on that too. You know that? Look at that right there at 10. How long ago was that? 56. That's 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes. Okay. Will the history repeat itself? All right. And welcome to New York Lunch, ladies and gentlemen. What will retail do for us? You know, if you're asking yourself, what does really New York Lunch mean? Is that, is exactly that. Institutional traders will be taking their New York lunch at this time, so you can expect a more organic move and more a retail investor mindset of managing the market, not so much algorithmic. Now, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean that it won't occur. Okay, there is a very good possibility that we could get that, but at the current, state, just expect more retail buying and selling. Maybe a little bit better of a move. They turn the lunch algo on when they go to lunch, dude. You know what? You're probably right. You're probably right about that as well. I'm sure some folks do, and I'm sure some folks don't. It's probably a mixed bag. Who knows, right? I'm sure that there are some folks that, are a little bit more anal about how their algos are running and probably don't want them just, unattended. And I'm sure that there's some institutions that are just like turn it on and walk away, right? Let the cards lay where they fall. So probably a mixture of both, I would imagine. There's always someone there. You're probably even more right about that because why? Someone is paid to be their butt there, right? Oh, we're gonna leave Tom. Tom, you gotta stay today. It would probably be me. It would probably be me because I'm so like, I'm a little OCD, right? I'm a little OCD. That is me. That is me. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like the 2 and the 5 are starting to roll over a little some now. Mm. I mean, we're finally starting to cool off. The Russell is still hanging on the downside of that. Oh my god, I want to just take a short on this so bad. I'm gonna take a short on this so bad, and I know I shouldn't. Oh my goodness, I'm so conflicted. But I know that the long is a better trade because the trend is long. Ooh, there's two. Okay. Let's see what you got. Color change off the 20. This trade is up 138 points. Nice. What's the gold line? Is the gold line your 200? And then guess what? The red is your 20, right? So 20 into 200. Yep. Yep. You're still in. Still long gold. Nice. 2 minute charter only. You know what? That's kind of why. That's actually why I look at it. And you know what? It's right here too. Because if you notice, I have it. That's one reason why I tell you guys. It doesn't need to be some crazy complicated strategy. You guys all sit here and you may be scratching your head wondering, right? You're like, oh, you might be like asking for the trade, right? When's this guy gonna trade a trade? When is this guy gonna do a trade? But if you're sitting here, you really should be looking at the chart, observing, trying to figure out where could you have found that trade? Like if you were sitting here, where would that have trade have been with what you have? That's what I do. That's one reason, like a lot of times you'll see me kind of flipping quickly through the time frames because I'm trying to find where the pattern lines up with what I see. Because I need a pattern that I can identify and I can trade off of. Because that's what you're really doing. Yeah. Because it's a longer frame that's how you quantify it. We're looking for the mechanicalness of, okay, I'm going to catch this. And you can't think about it. You can't think about it. You have to practice taking that trade and taking it with the normal sizing that you're going to be taking all the time. You can't take it with like 20 or 30. You do it over and over until it just becomes repetitive that you don't think about it. And then if you lose a couple of points, you take the trade right here, say, and you're like, okay, if it comes back down here, you lost $50. Fine. It's no big deal. You move on. You know that the next trade, when you take it, you're gonna make $50. You just can't let it get to where it's like some ungodly amount that you can't make that money back in the day. It's just like yesterday. We were here chatting and stuff like that. And I didn't care. I was just like, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. The money will come. The money will absolutely come as soon as I'm able to get into it. I typically try for 10 to 20 points each time, or previous highs for longs, or vice versa, or for shorts. Just move your stop, follow the trade if it keeps moving in your direction. Yeah, that's one reason why I went back. I went back to the Renkos, because I was like, you know, it's so much easier to catch the trend and stay in the trade because of the trend, you know? Especially if you're like unsure, like, like I always mention the Sydney, right? I like the Sydney. But the reality is that that doesn't always that doesn't always break out. Sometimes it consolidates. Sometimes it consolidates for what I think it was like 3 hours. It has a 3 hour consolidation time before it breaks out. And what can happen in that time? You get like a million paper cuts where you're just there flip flopping, trying to take it. Until it keeps following it. Yep. Yep. Why's my chart not moving? Something's up with my chart. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. I have a little bit of lag in this chart, so I apologize for that. I'm kind of flipping back and forth. And that's the hardest thing, guys. A lot of traders want to hold on to those losers. They want to hold on to them desperately. And it's not that way. That's not how this works. You have to you have to move on from the trade. The longer you sit in the loser, the more it's going to go against you, and you're going to wear yourself out, and you're not going to gain anything meaningful out of it. You're going to end up in the same position you've been in, you know, just fighting for, you know, fighting with yourself on why you should get out of it. And that's not going to work. That's not going to work at all. You have to get out of it. Looks like Steve is in looming. The color changes your entry. Try to make sure the candle is smaller. The better you're taking it out, the smaller red taking out by green off the 200. Yep. Yeah, that's usually what I do. I'll wait for the 26 pullback. Like me, I use the 26. I like the 26 for a pullback. I usually find that it to give me a nice, decent, few amount of points. And you can see that here. That's specifically why I use the 26. It's where I want my stop to be below. So I want to see if we get close to that, and I'll take my entry so that I put my stop below it. That for me offers me the best, opportunity to take the trade without getting stopped out. Because I'm like you guys, I don't want to get stopped out, and I don't want to take a lot of trades. If you guys look at my chart, I'm only taking, at the most I'll take 20 trades, if I'm in the hole like that. But normally I won't. I'll only take, just, 5 to 8 trades. I'm trying to show you guys the same thing myself, that I'm adhering to. Man, I wish Bitcoin was moving a little bit better. Doesn't seem to be doing anything useful. Whew, insane. New high a day there at 26, 220 now. It's like really rough. Looks like the Russell is holding as well. I'm still just being patient. I want to wait for a pullback so I can take an entry in the long. Sorry about this, guys. You know, I'm just trying to be patient. Big giant. Nice, bro. You want my login? It's all good. I got all day. I got all day long. Yeah, my chart with regular trading hours also. Yeah, the gap is nice to go for as well. I know a lot of traders like to go for the gap fill. I definitely like that. I think that can be a great trade as well. You're tired of this, Grandpa? I feel you. Top of your candles, you're taking out to upside or downside. Yeah. Yeah, it just keeps climbing. I know, man. I know. I can't believe it. I'm just sidelined on this now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, that's just the way a blow off top is gonna be. That's exactly what Justin and I were speaking about. Scalps are better. Don't feel bad, Riz. You made $100 per account, unlike some people. Yeah. Yeah, I oh my goodness. Yep, I know what you mean, bro. I know what you mean. What's the best app for trading? That's really subjective, Dino. That's a great question. It's really boils down to what's available to you. Everybody's a little bit different. Some people like to trade, trading view, the traders that are with us probably watching, you probably have a mixture of trading view and ninja traders. It's probably a mixture, maybe even 50-50. Some folks really are about that. Those will be the most popular platforms. Ninja Trader is making a big transition. They're expanding their platform and to mobile and stuff like that. So it's come a long way. There's a lot of great bells and features that you don't have to pay for. Unlike TradingView, you have to pay for a lot of stuff that you get on there. It's a great platform. It's very versatile. You can use it on just about anything. It's a great platform. Very versatile. Phone, Android, Apple, Microsoft, Linux support, browser support as well. You can bring your charts across everything. Unlike Ninja Trader, you would have to import them. What's my favorite? I prefer TradingView. I'm a big TradingView, advocate. I really do like their application. As far as anything else besides that, I've considered going back to Ninja Trader just because of some of the tools that they offer are very nice. Their backend coding engine is all in C++, so you can get very elaborate and complicated with your trade strategies. If you're looking for automated trade strategies, although there is some really cool stuff that you can explore on the trading view side. I myself am using OpenClaw along with a couple of other trading agents that I'm starting to have agents actually automate my trading process. So on top of the strategy based trading, I'm also now trying to implement where I'm having an AI verify the trade and then make trades and manage my portfolio based on rule sets that I'm implementing. So it's really a mixture. It's really up to you. Like for me at the beginning, it was all about flexibility and being able to go from one platform to the other. If my power went out, my internet went out, or I need to get into the platform to manage my trade, how can I do that? If I'm traveling and I go somewhere, how do I do that? How do I continue trading and that process be as easy as it can be for me? So that becomes the next relevant question for me. Waiting for the short. Oh man. I mean, right now it's not the short. What's one tip for beginners? You know, the best tip I can give to beginners, Dino, is this: don't spend any money at the beginning. Don't spend $1 of your money until you've spent at least 30 to 40 days, you know, at least 2 to 3 weeks learning, you know, learning a platform, understanding some indice, you know, things like that. Find a community that you can start working with and learning from. Do not just go blindly in and say, oh, well, you know what, I've been doing this 2 weeks, it looks kind of cool, I'm going to start trading. That's not how this works. You need to take time, learn a platform, figure out what you're willing to lose and you can use to trade, you know, whether it's with a prop or real money, preferably a prop. But really what you want to do is focus on sim trading, work on paper trading, virtual trading. That's what we call it. If you're new, welcome. But if you're very first starting off, you want to sim trade, you want to simulated trade, and you want to wait until you can practice your strategies to where you can see that consistency start to kick in. Up until then, you cannot do anything else. Sold at the fib, it isn't a trend, but we are expected to start selling at some point. This is the first distribution zone. Yeah, you know, we got that overhead 4 hour support resistance up ahead. So I'm eyeing that right now. 26 to 63. You know, the market is an irrational thing, you know. It's just unfortunate, you know. It's so are you just starting off, Dino? What do you normally trade right now? Sorry, my chart's a little laggy. So I'm just trying to get it caught up. Ah, see, I would have liked to have taken that short right there. I just didn't see it get up there. We're not seeing the full chart. I don't see the question from Dino. I mean, that was he was just asking what was a tip for beginners. So I was just, offering that. Oh yeah, yeah. This is a YouTube viewer. Yeah, this is a YouTube viewer. Yeah, you won't see them here. Remember, we're on what 6 platforms right now. We're on YouTube. We're on Kick. We're on X. Those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. Oh, and Twitch. You like the Discord no lag? Yeah, the Discord. It has been working pretty solid as of lately. Thank goodness for that. Oh my god. Oh man, we can only hope, right? Oh my goodness, it is crazy. So, you know what? You might be right. I mean, we're at the bottom of the hour. Now that we are trading under the 20, wait for a retest of it. Then your color changes short to the downside. Make sure it's trading under the 20. Yeah, might possibly give you that short. I want to see if maybe we'll just get it. You know what? Mm, let's see. So I was typing a message right now. I don't have my other chart up right now. It would be 110. Oof. Yeah, we could give it up. You gotta get a candle under 190 now, though, if you want that short like that. Ooh, that's a nasty pullback too. Hmm. Ah, it's gonna wait a little bit longer. The 12 minute, you got about a minute left on this candle. And Joe, you might be right on that. That might be the right play on it. But we've been just grinding to the upside for days, man. The 20 is starting to flatten now, which is good. Yeah. I'm going to wait for the next candle to develop on it. How much time is on the 15? Oh, man, you still got like almost damn near 10 minutes on the next 15-minute candle. Hmm. I would prefer the next candle though, because this one actually could push much lower just to give a low on it. Yeah. No, I'm just talking through it, what we could see. Because yeah, I don't know if you'll get 100. I don't know if you'll get that much, but I mean, so far the Bears are trying. No, they go straight up. Yeah, I'm watching it right now. I want to see what we're gonna do here now. I just don't know if they'll make this 15-minute candle green. That's the problem I have with this. Like, look, I'll show you what I'm seeing right now. I'm worried they'll push the 15-minute candle down and the next candle will push further down. See, this is what I'm looking at right here. This is what I'm kind of worried about right here. So I'm thinking like, so my dilemma is that I mean, I could take the short and just try to write it down, right? I have a defined top side to it, but the trend is to the upside. So I'm kind of like, okay, well, how much further could we get? I mean, we're bouncing off the 9 right now, which is right there. Hmm. Which I mean, I think I'd prefer to see us get under this to where I can take it up. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the move I'd prefer. What about the head and shoulder forming on the 3? Well, that's why you're here for me, affluent, because you know what? You got those extra eyes that makes you so affluent. Ah, you see what I did there? You see what I did there? Hmm. Yeah. And the Russell still looks weak. The Russell hasn't done any upside like this. It's just been just nastily fighting on the EMAs. Okay, there's that next candle. Okay. What we're gonna do now. There's that next 3 minute dipping further. Ah, so you're saying this, and probably something like that, right? Is what you would be thinking? Yeah. I I know we're selling. I'm just I'm just questionable on how far we'll sell down. That's the part that's got me a little like, okay, so that's the 188 level I mentioned, right? Okay, see this is what I was worried about. See, this is exactly what I was worried about. It getting real aggressive down. Mike said 072. Did he? Okay. That's that's way down. I mean, I got a support at 26,036. See. Yeah, the market is really starting to curl over. Can we break through some key support levels though? Gotta sell the reversal spot at 26,119. There's that 4 hour support. Will we hold this though? Got 20 minutes to the top of the hour. Dang, man, like that. Wow, wow. But I'm him. It's looking gross. It's looking pretty gross here, boys. Yeah, looks like we're starting to break through that support now. See if we get a little bit of a pullback, and hmm. I'm hearing the tech is starting to slide here. That was the Nvidia sell. I'm just waiting. I want to see if we'll get a little bit of a pullback. I want to see if we'll pull back to like 26,191. And I think I'm going to try a short. I'm going to try a short right there. I want to see if they'll hold us below this 4 hour support resistance right here. This 166. You got the 90 MA there as well. You know what? I'm gonna put sell limit. I'm gonna put a single limit right there. Let's see if we get a little wick up to that. One minute left on the 15-minute candle. Shoot. I'm just gonna wait. Let's see what it does. Let's see if we get a volatile move here on this new 15-minute candle. This will be the last candle for the New York lunch session. My sellers are here. Will the buyers step in and pull us back a little, give us a little entry for the short? And the tape is jam packed. There's a bunch of orders here on the chain right now. They're trying. Sitting on the 1 minute, on the 200. Yeah, I see that. Seller stepping in, suppressing it. They're holding it. They're not letting it go. There's that 144. Come on. Come on, bulls. Try to buy this back. Give us a little entry on this. Come on. Let's see if bulls can work this back up and at least give us a little entry for a short. Oh, come on. Come on, bulls. Buy this up. Just pick it up a little. Give us a little bounce on it. Mm-mm. Back down to 144. Yeah, like on the 15, like we're like riding the 9 EMA down right now. It's literally what's happening. Yeah, they probably do want to buy it lower. I mean, we got some good support levels. I mean, you could see it right there, like almost on the 45-second. You've got VWAP sitting at 26,119. So that would be your long. That would be your long spot right there. Oh my goodness. Oof. Man, those cells are really, really taking hold now. Yeah, it looks like the selling pressure is really just taking a hold now of the market. Vomit pattern. Yeah, it looks like the doo-doo pattern is in effect for the morning, for the midday. Next stop 103. Yeah. It's like smell you later. It's terrible. Next stop 103. Sheesh. We'll finally get a little bit of a buy-in. Oh, I see. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that right? How did I miss this? Reversion coming. Yeah, I know. I had this chart up and I didn't realize that we're like already way up here. We're at 160 already. And I was looking at this because I was like, oh, I want to buy at the 130, but we're not at 130 anymore. We've already bounced off that. See, I was gonna actually buy it here, but I checked my real chart to make sure where we were at, and we were already up here. So I was like, well, that's just too late. The entry's gone already. But I'm in. Ugh. Yeah, I just didn't have this. I didn't have my other chart up. And I've got, it's okay. I got time. Oh, they're the sellers. Sign me up to coach, right? Exactly. Or like Nacho says, take me to the moon. That's what Nacho always says. Like, take me to the moon. I'm like, let's go, broski. Let's go. Not a big fan of this 15-minute candle. 15-minute looks disgusting. I'm not feeling this for upside, to be honest with you. I don't like the structure for the upside. See? It looks like more downs. It looks like more of a downside candle. So I need a turnaround on the candle. Reverse right off on Mike's 160. Sheesh. He's got strong levels. I'll say that about Mike. I don't know how he finds them, but he's got a knack for it. Ding! Well, there goes Bitcoin giving it up. Looks like Solana catching a nice bid. Russell selling. Looks like we're going to continue down to the downside here. See what we got on the 3. No. Looks like that 166 a nice entry for short. If it pulls back into it, maybe we could catch a short there. It wants that 2-minute 200 EMA. Yeah, I know. That's why we're watching it. Oh, we're starting to get that push now. Now we're at the seller reversal spot. I had mentioned the 26-119. So we need to get a candle to close below this. And that should give you the confirmation for your downside. That should push you down to 26,036. Got 5 minutes till the bottom of the hour. Yeah, I want to see if we'll pull back just a little bit. I'm gonna try to take a short. I want to see if maybe I can get in at like maybe I want to see for the 160. I want to get in like right around here. So I'm gonna put it's not on. Oh man, there's 113. Sheesh. There's VWAP just busted below it. Dang it. I was waiting for it too long. I should have just been more aggressive and gotten into it, but I'm already red on the account, so I want to wait for a pullback before I go into it. It's no problem though. We got time, and if not, we'll just take more time, right? If we need more time, then we'll just hang out throughout the day longer, right? It's not a big deal. I am not a clock watcher. Hmm. Although I do kind of like this to try to take the long, but ugh. Nah, I think this is not definitely what you want. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely wait for the pullback. Let's see if we can catch a bid over at like 150. I'm gonna take the long. I'm gonna take the long up for a second here. Come on. Just catch that bounce off of that just for a few points. At least take out half of what my loss was. So at least this will scalp me out, make up some of my loss, and then we can reassess and decide what we want to do real fast. Just a quick scalp. Come on, you're almost there. Oh my God. You're literally right there. You like kissed it. Just give me some money. Oh, what? Oh my God. You were right there. Oh my God. That was you earlier? Oh man. See, but sometimes what I'll end up doing is, and I'll move my take profit because then I'll get mad. Well, you know what? Well, then give me more, and then I'll move my take profit, and I won't get my TP. Oh my God! Just do it. Just give me. All right, cool. So we're $30 in the hole. Yep. Why does it have to be like that? See, we're not that different. We're not that different. We're not that different. We're almost the same. We just got different names. See? Yeah. We trade, we try to make money in the market. We got good hair. See? Twinkies. Oh man. It's so funny though, but that's just what trading is. At least you have those moments that you can laugh and you're like, oh man, it was a good day, and it makes up for the rough days, because God knows we got a lot of rough days sometimes. All right. And there is the end of New York lunch, ladies and gentlemen. There is the end of New York lunch. All right. What's she going to do? Will they hold this or will the Bears take it? You know, retail's back. Everybody's back. Mostly everybody's back. I should be gone. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Everyone got a good hair. Oh, hey, you know what? You never know. You never know nowadays, man. Shoot, you might end up seeing like an updated profile pic of Rich and he'll have like the mullet or something, you know? The business in front, the party in back. You know, I could imagine Rich rocking the mullet, man. He's a good dude, though. I could see Rich, man. You know what? We got to ask Justin. I bet you Justin would agree. I could definitely see Rich rocking the mullet. He's a little bit of a rocker. If I'm not reading his vibe wrong, I think he's a little bit of a rocker. So my vibe on him is he's a little bit of a rocker. So I think he could get away with it. Yeah, definitely, man. We love Papa. Papa Rich is cool as shit, man. He's cool, man. So what are we gonna do now? Will they give this up? Push us lower? Stuff us down to that 20,036? That's what I'm thinking. You know, we got the resistance now. We got the resist. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I can see it here. Well, worst comes to worst, we got the EMAs, and I'm gonna just take a small size on this. Because you're right there. We're either wrong or we're right, right? Because we got that trend line right here. So you got to break this trend line if that's the case. We're under the golden 200. We're under the 26. We're battling the 9 and we're trying to get under VWAP. I mean, a lot of traders take the VWAP bounce though. But can we sell or will they continue to give us such a bullish day? I'm going to put our stop at 26,175. So give up $60 on this move. Man, that's going to put me. Ludnick is making statements about shoring up chip supplies. It looks like I'm going to get stopped out on this short now. Then I'm going to regret fighting the trend again, aren't I? This is the second time I've done this and it's gone against me. The long trade was right. And again, it almost feels like the short trade is just not going to work. How are you guys liking the Propel plans? All the new plans that we've got. You know, some of these new plans are amazing. If you guys have not checked them out, you know, no time limit. You know, I'm trading a Propel plan, and you know what? I've got no time constraints. You know, I don't have 30 days. I don't have a year. I have when I feel like it. You know, some really cool offerings here at Blue Sky. And I heard Justin and the guys talking about something cool. They haven't even told me. Man, not fair. You know what? I keep great secrets. I can keep a secret till I die. Look, I'll even tell you a secret that nobody. No, I'm just joking. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited, and if it has anything to do with some of the new tools that they've been working on, then I know it's going to be dynamite. So I hope you guys are ready for it. I think it's going to be some really exciting stuff. It looks like this short is not working out for me. I'm not. Oh, I'm going to stack one more on it. God, this is dumb. Did we get that? Did we get the extra order? Oh my God. This thing is so slaggy. It is so slow. Oh, I knew it was the wrong idea. Wait. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. I need to put my take profit in there just in case. We'll get out of this. We'll get out of this. Man, I should not be fighting this trend. Still got 8 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. Seems to be pushing nicely up to the upside. On the 2-minute, we're battling the 9 EMA right now, trying to get over it. Same as on the 3, you can kind of see it here happening. Trying to get above that 4-hour. Well, we're above that 4-hour support line now. I think I'm just going to have to get out of this and just cut it. Because I don't want to scale into this like crazy, because that's what it would take. I'd have to scale into it and then wait for it to pull back. And the market has been super bullish. Let's see. Come on, Bears, get in there. Stuff this thing. Come on, push this down. Just push this down. Just push it down a little. Still pushing. But the Bears are fighting, trying to send this down. There's back down to 171. Boo, this market. You know what, Tip? The money was made this morning, bro. All the big bucks were made this morning. If you didn't make your big bucks this morning, then I don't know what to say. Solana is ripping, though. Man, I wish Bitcoin was ripping. Bitcoin's doing nothing. Come on, get it back under 169, boys. Come on. Come on, Bears. Look, Tip showed up for the midday show. You know, he combed his hair. Okay, he didn't comb his hair. He put a hat on. He's got his nice shirt. He even brought lunch. Dear me. How you doing, Tip? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oh my God. Come on, you pesky Bears. Do it. 170. All right, they're pushing this back down. Oh my God. What do I have to do, man? What do I have to do, Tip, to get a little sell action here. Do I got? You're here. I'm drinking the bear potion. We got chat drinking the bear potion. What do we got to do for that next? Little just sinkaroo. Just give us a nice little sinkhole. In the chart. Be like, here's 50 points. You're welcome. You hit the DLL on a wick. Was long just early. Sorry, bro. All right, there's 163. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Bears. Man, if they can't do this, the Bulls are gonna take this from you all. The Bulls ain't got patience. Actually, the Bulls do have patience. They're wickedly patient. That's probably what makes Bulls so difficult, for traders to deal with the bullish market is that, they're so patient. Oh man, back to 174, 175. Wait a minute. Oh man, I could have just gotten out of this. Are you kidding me? Well, looks like the selling might, maybe, probably not. It's a battle right here. Bulls and Bears are fighting for the market. I mean, they're fighting tooth and nail right now. I'm even seeing bankers step in to buy this market right now, which is even scarier. They're buying at these highs. If I had let my algos do what they were supposed to do today, I would be up. Let's see. I can tell you how much I would be up. I would be up $300 per account. Well, $300 in all the little 25K accounts. In my new launch plan, I would be up what, six, seven, eight, nine. I'd be up $900 in that account right now if I let it do what it was supposed to do. Not put my fingers in and mess with it. Which, I had a bad read, but we're green. We're green. Not as green as what I could have been. Scooby trades. I've invested in so many prop firms. I've gotten many payouts, and I must say, other than not having gold, I truly love Blue Sky. Oh, thank you, Scooby Trades. Thank you so much. Hey, and appreciate you being on the stream. Hey, you know what? That's a good point. That's a scary reality, especially for some of you guys that are prop traders like me. Is that a lot of the firms are changing the rules. You know, a lot of the firms are now closing your account after so many payouts, stuff like that. Make sure you read the rules. But most of all, why aren't you here? We're the brokerage that sends you to live. We'll put you in a real brokerage account. That has always been the pretense of Blue Sky. It may not be the easiest, but you know what? Harvard isn't the easiest. Yale isn't the easiest. If you want to be there, you're gonna have to put in the work. You're gonna have to prove that you can trade at that caliber. So, but it's good to see you. Yeah, I definitely like the instant payouts, the daily payouts and stuff from Blue Sky. That is very cool. Well, it looks like we're gonna hold that 45 then. Yeah, it looks like we're rolling up as well. Can we just get a slow grind to the upside now? And how much time is left on the 15? This is the new 15-minute candle. Ah, crazy. Crazy. 168. Almost like the bottom of the 15-minute candle is at like 170. There's no bottom wick on it though. It's the only thing I don't like about this. The 15-minute candle has no bottom wick. So they can always wick it down. So are we gonna break out and put and continue back up, or are we gonna consolidate here? And the volume is there. We got like 5,000 orders on the chain. It's not like if there's nobody there ordering, you know what I'm saying? The orders are there, but they're just going slow. I know that's not what you all want to hear. That's not what you want to hear. You don't want to hear that they're going slow. You want to hear they're going fast. Fast as fast can be, right? Yeah, I'm just watching the chart right now. You're a micro scalper, and having the whole 2 minutes is bananas to me. I love Blue Sky. Said how long to hold? 1 millisecond. Ding! Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, yeah. I was actually reviewing some of my trade performance. Let me see if I can. I was talking to you guys about that earlier. If you guys haven't checked out our fantastic